I had a couple of things to finish. So today, if there will be some strange sounds, it's because not so far there is some, not a party, but a chat
people in the house.
Yeah.
Okay, so
Yeah.
I managed to flare it. That
Oh,
is that good?
Yeah, I like it. It's really fluffy. No?
I mean, it's what I managed to do because after we glued it, I was like, oh, so how am I supposed to flare this up if I'm not supposed to put the heat directly in front of it? So that was tricky, but
Yeah.
I think it looks good enough.
Yeah, it's really good. Usually I put my hot gun in this way,
Okay.
just to throw away the big part of hot air and keep the base here.
Yeah. That is what I did with the hairdryer.
Yeah, but I you can do the same thing. So in this way.
Okay.
The
I used like
hi.
this. I used this, and what I did was the same, but like this.
Yeah.
Like put it here. That helped me out.
This is better. Even better. Hi, Geneva.
Hello. How
Hello.
are you?
We are okay. You?
Okay.
Good. Oh.
So I was showing Sarah that my owl has a little fluffy, funny nose.
Oh, cute.
Yeah.
I found with mine that like after it's been glued, if I just kind of push it with my fingers, it works better than like putting the heat on it.
Oh,
great. I'll try to push them now.
Yeah, me too. I started pushing them as well. Like, okay, let's go ahead and try that.
I never tried this method, but
Because I was just melting too much glue with the heat, so
yeah, that happened over here.
With a new project, shit happens.
Okay, I'm doing some touch-ups at some parts where I feel like I want to do some touch-ups, but I'm gonna use the scissors better.
Okay, so we are waiting just for not Terry, not Shauna.
Shauna.
She is the last one for today, I think. Yep. We wait a bit and then go.
okay.
Today we will engrave the details. It's I think easy part of this mask. With a pen we will dry all lines that you find on the pattern. I made all the lines to show you, to give you an idea about the result, but then you can modify the faders texture as you prefer.
Okay.
And after that we will use the thin soldering. I suggest to try make a test on some scrap because it's easy melt and make holes in this material because it's thin. Yeah.
It's so thin that you can easily go through it.
Yeah.
I believe that will happen.
That is great for some effects, but for others, not so much.
Yeah.
Nothing.
Yeah, it's a shame that my paragraph died some months ago. Because that one I could graduate it to the exact precise temperature. This thing I can't.
No. I never had a real pyrograph. I always use thin solder and find a way because I am scared that pyrograph are too delicate.
They are
Yeah.
delicate.
I am not enough delicate.
I mean, they're delicate in the manner that you have to be really careful with the machine itself. But I would pyrograph for 5-6 hours, like non-stop, and it would work perfectly. But yeah, the
Wow.
machine itself, like if you, I don't know, if you do not put it away properly and be careful not to,
Yeah.
be careful with the cables and all that good stuff, then you would definitely have a little bit of an issue there.
Maybe in a different lab when I will have more space to to stock my tools.
Yeah, but that is, I mean,
Yeah.
that is why mine died actually,
Mm.
because
Oh.
I don't know exactly what happened. Like one day I brought it out of I have a closet with all my tools.
Mm-hmm.
So I brought it out of the closet and I don't know what happened. It just wasn't working. So I had to kind of like disarm it, like completely put it in pieces and kind of like reconnect all the cables.
Oh.
And it started
that's
working
annoying.
again. But the box was all wrecked because it original was like this little wooden box with a machine inside of it, but the box was not very well built, so it was all with glue and nail. It was, I had to pretty much break up all the box for me to be able to
Oh.
get it to work again. So yeah.
That's super annoying.
Yeah. So I have to buy a new one, but again, that happened like, I don't know, 3 months before the quarantine, and I was like, okay, I'll do it later when I need it again. But yeah. In the middle of the quarantine, no way to buy it.
No. Oh, maybe Amazon.
Yeah, the thing is that it's the same thing with the plastic dip. Since
Okay.
the quarantine has, like all the import and export messed up, and also the dollar is like so expensive, at least for Latin America. It's like, right now a minimum wage would be in dollars, like it would be like $200, the minimum wage right now, because that is how expensive the dollar is.
And before
So
lockdown.
obviously a paragraph that would be $35 plus the shipping, it's like, okay, yeah, that is not an option.
Yeah.
From 35 to 200 during the lockdown.
No, right now the minimum wage is $200.
Yeah.
Because the dollar has been skyrocketing the price.
Yeah.
So yeah, so it's a lot of money. So a paragraph that you can buy in Amazon would be around, I'm not sure. I have seen some around $30, $35. But so $35 is right now here in Colombia, it's a lot of money. Like it is very expensive. And here in Colombia, we make some, like, because I have bought always national, and it's like in right now currency, it would be like around $10 to $12. So if I have to pay $35 to import one, and plus pay the shipping, that is another $35 because obviously I'm in Latin America, so it's going to be very expensive. So yeah, it's a lot of money. That right now I'm not sure it's a great idea.
Luckily, it's not so important in everyday life.
Exactly.
You can find another way for the moment.
Yeah, the same thing happened with the plastic dip. The plastic dip, I know it's not that expensive because I was seeing the pricing in Amazon and it's not expensive at all. But here, it's like ridiculously expensive. And I was like, okay, if I buy it on Amazon, but then again, shipping and, all the importation fee, all that stuff, the import fee, sorry.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's not working.
No, okay.
So I was like, okay, I have to find other options.
Ginevra, you already started?
I'm working. I've got a scrap, but I'm just playing so I can learn how. Because you're right, it does go through very, very quick.
Yeah.
Very fast, and then it makes it very thin and kind of. It looks like it'll break easily. So that's why I'm just like, let me do this bit, and then I'll feel more safe on the mask.
Perfect.
Exactly. Doing the exact same here.
Good.
Like I'm doing it like, I'm not sure if you can see it.
Okay, I see like heels on the bottom of the engraving is not a flat engraving, but is ruby.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I'm just playing with it to just
Okay.
kind of like know how much time should I leave it and how much.
If you
Yeah.
if you have fatty triangular tip like this,
Okay.
now I put it on and I show you. Give me 1 minute. You can play with the shape of this this tip and create a triangular texture, making these drops or you cut your hair?
Me?
Yeah.
No.
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 Okay. okay.
Oh, he has a bun.
I apologize.
Hi.
I think that you made a Leon cat or
Oh. Maybe my bag.
okay. It's all right. How are you?
Good. I'm good. I had a huge project due last night, so I had a late night. I'm sorry I was a
No
little
problem.
late this morning.
Today it's hard for everyone, I think.
Yeah. Are we just? Do you want us to draw out where we want our engravings to be based on your template before we get started, or are we just practicing with the tool?
Waiting you there are practicing with the two tools, but I suggest to take it off take it down spegnere. Apologize. Spegnere. Switch off the thin solder when you have to dry with a pen the decoration, just to avoid burn or something else. If you want to try now the tools, it's okay. I am showing some solution that are not included in my pattern, but you can use them my pattern as you prefer. You can ignore my decoration. So if I can make this thing just pushing with my standard tip. Maybe this can be a good effect under the eyes, where feathers are large and short. For this particular animal, feathers are most of all long and thin, but maybe in the future, if you will change the pattern to make your own bird, you can try to use tips in different way, not just in a vertical way, but horizontal, overlapping the result, and you can create a lot of a lot of kind of texture. And if you, like me, have different tips, you can try all of them. I have a scalpel tip for handwrite. It's good. You can write on foam without problem in Gothic font or similar. These tips are cheap. You can find them on eBay for here in Italy for $10 are really cheap. I know I don't know if you have Lidl. It's a supermarket. Oh, yeah. Okay. I switch off my tool because I burn myself. I already know. Just to explain you a thing about pattern. My pattern is in black and white. In all these lines, there are few longer lines like this one that are in a different color. I make them to show where, in my opinion, lines have to change direction. In this part, all the lines are curved in this way. From this line to that part, the curve change in the other direction. So I make this line just to make easier see the difference of direction, because change this direction create a three-dimensional effect that make more realistic and, in my opinion, nicer the mask. Just to try to have not only straight faders, that is boring, maybe not natural. One of you have a not colored copy of the pattern, right?
Mine's black and white.
Okay.
Mine is kind of like pinkish, purplish, brown.
Okay, now I color the line here on my pattern to show you. With
Mine is understandable enough, so.
Good. I am happy about that. Colore. No. No. I try with C. Okay. I try to show you, and maybe I will change a bit the pattern in the future just to avoid this problem, just in case. So maybe someone will print in black and white, but will be easier for that person understand. Okay, less of or more. Okay. On this part of pattern, these are the two change of direction, here and here. This is the nose, this is the upper part of eyes. Here and here, I change the direction of curved lines. Can you see a bit? And
yeah, that makes sense.
This is the other. Is the longer line that arrive to the spike of glue part, the glued part.
Yeah.
Okay. but you can do as you prefer. It's your hole, your vision. Okay. I am waiting that you tell me that we can draw the line with the pen. So take your time to make some experiment or decide to make them later when you prefer. And tell me when you're ready. Because maybe I cannot see good you and maybe I not understand and I wait too much. I don't know.
I'm ready.
I'm ready.
I need just 2 minutes.
Perfect.
It's okay. Take your time.
Because in last session I I waited too much because I didn't understand that. Luisa, have you a page about of your works? Maybe I already asked you, but
To be honest, not really.
no.
Well, I
Because-
used to have a page of my photographic art, but that was like years ago when I was in college. So I think I have lost that one. And the
Okay.
one of the hairpins, because I'm not sure if I have it here. Oh yeah, like I used to do. I showed you last time, right? Where I showed
Yep.
you how I have done lots of photographic art. This one has like I don't know how many years. Like you can
Oh.
see it's all messed up.
Okay.
So this one, but I mean, this one was one of the first ones that I made, and it's all full of paint, so you cannot see it clearly in camera, I believe, because it's kind of like a little dragon. Let's see
Yeah.
if you can see it a little bit better.
Oh, cute.
Because
Yeah.
I used to keep in some art tools in here, so it's all full of paint and stuff. And I used to do those, and I would sell them when I was in my first year of college. So I did have that time you used MySpace. So I used MySpace to kind of sell those off, and it worked. But then again, college and work, and I have not been able to do it as often as I used to. And I did several things. I mean, I don't have them here because I pretty much sold them all off. Those two are the ones that I kept. So yeah, I have not. I don't have an updated page, but I think I'm gonna have to start doing it because again, quarantine, me not being able to go out.
It's a good biplane. Just this moment, but it can be a help solution.
That is true. Now, mainly because since I worked, I mean, my work consisted in going out, helping my clients directly in their houses with their cats and stuff. Well, I'm not able to go out anymore because I have asthma and all that stuff. So the government has issued all people who have any kind of disease like I don't know, diabetes, asthma, chronic, with have lots of cholesterol issues and things like that, diseases that help the coronavirus get you in ICU.
Yeah.
the government said, like, all of you are locked up until further notice, because I mean we cannot. If a healthy person, this thing is a little bit complicated on them. If you guys get sick, it's going to be very complicated on you, and we cannot allow us to have the clinics collapsing. So please stay home. So here I am trying to stay home.
In your country, there is end of this lockdown, less or more, or not yet?
They have been trying to open economy. Thing is that, well, it's Latin America, so most of the employment, well, at least a high percentage, at least 40% of employments, they are, they are not official employments. Like they are people who work without any kind of social security, or people who sell things in the streets, or people who don't pay taxes and are not really registered in the system, and their employments are not registered. So it's informal employment. So that has been an issue, because obviously this kind of person lives by the day.
Yeah.
Like what they made that day, it's what they're going to survive on that day. So obviously a lockdown of a month or 2 months, well, it's not. I mean, it's not doable in many aspects. And the thing with Latin America is that the problem with corruption and the corruption in governments, it's very complicated. And the amount of corruption, like the amount of money that is stolen, it's at least from 20 to 50% of the national budget, so at least half of the money is lost somewhere. So it's very complicated for the government to be able to aid, because even if they have a good intention to aid, there is a whole ton of corruption from the top to the bottom. Everyone tries to steal. And it's kind of like they call it in Spanish, malicia indígena. It's kind of like indigenous malice, pretty much is what it translates, because it's kind of like, it's the culture. It's a cultural thing in Latin America. It's something that it's kind of like screwed in the DNA. So they called into lockdown, and the first 2 weeks, okay, I mean, people try to keep it up and all. But obviously, people here fear hunger more than the virus, because we do not know really the extent of the virus, so we do not care much about it. But we do know the extent of hunger. So people they pretty much just don't obey it. So right now, they have been trying to open the economy slowly to try to help aid, so that we do not have such a big recession. But it's already really bad. I mean, recession is going to kick in bad. And Colombia has never seen a bad recession, because in the big 28, 29 recession, we lost Panama. And Panama the states were building the canal of Panama at that time. We lost Panama, so the state had to pay us for losing the canal. So that recession did not hit Colombia on the full, because we had just received a big amount of money. But this is kind of like the first big recession that we are going to, big recession, right? Because we have had recessions and bad ones, but they have not been to this extent. The thing is that they started trying to reopen a little bit the economy, so we're going to start opening construction sites, but you have to use all this security protocol and sanitary protocol. And what happens with that, in just one day, 1,000 more cases out of. So right now we're facing 25,000 cases, and here in my city we're already in 7,500 cases. So yeah, it's kind of like, if this keeps on happening, we're just gonna have to lock up again everything. And also the public transport system it's completely saturated normally. Like normally in rush hour, it's insane. It's insane. So even if they're trying to reopen little by little, but they have not been able to control in the public transport system. There's still too much people in the buses, too much people in the metro bus. So it's not working. Obviously, it's not working. So people like me, we're in lockdown now. I'll be 3 months locked up in a couple of days, and I have not been able to go out. But again, since the second or third week of lockdown, informal people were just out and about, and you see right now people outside the streets, they do not wear their mask, they do not wear gloves, or like, so yeah, it's complicated because the culture itself is complicated. So unless something happens like what it happened in New York, telling you, or what happened even here in Ecuador, in Guayaquil, it was going really so unless something of that kind of magnitude and scale happens, people are not going to stay inside. So, and it's just starting here, so I can tell you it's going to get bad.
Oh. No. We can organize a different work to maybe help you to stay up.
It's such a tough situation.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's complicated. No, I'm lucky enough that I have several tools. For example, I'm a cat behaviorist, and I'm not being able to work right now. So at the end, last month, last month, I said like, okay, this is enough. I need to find something like an online job that allows me to stay home, that I can work, video conference or something like that. So I'm gonna start working right now on Amazon as customer service, because I have my English, and my English is very American, so it's help. And it's obviously, I don't know, half of what I earn by myself, but at least it's something. I mean, it's going to allow me to pay bills, to help out my husband, because my husband is an accountant, so he has still, I have to help in something. So that's why I'm like, easy. I'll start in 2 weeks. We started working there. But yeah, I mean, I have that advantage and the possibility to work in pretty much anything I want, because I have some tools that allow me to.
Yeah.
But many people, they just don't have it. So yeah, it's complicated.
What a state the world's in, hey?
Yeah, it's insane. It's crazy. And also, let's remember that previous to all this pandemic, we were having a big social issue because of Venezuela. All the Venezuela immigrants, they come in directly to Colombia because we're just next to Venezuela. So we also had like a big social issue with these people. And I have several friends from Venezuela and things but that also has, added up to tension, because also many of the Venezuelans, they are informal workers. They are not here legally. So we have tons of refugees. So that has also been a disaster, because, we have riots, and we have, we have had all kinds. It's complicated. Yeah. And obviously the governments, they try, but it's being stolen by everyone. So they say like, okay, we're gonna buy 1,000 of basic supplies for families in need, and maybe they send out, okay, so this is the budget. I don't know. Let's say a random number, $1,000. So the first one says like, okay, so it's $1,000. I'm gonna say they gave it to me, so I managed. So I'll send $9,000. And the guy who's doing contacting all the suppliers is like, okay, so they gave me $9,000, so I'm gonna give $8,000.
Yeah.
And then the guy from the supermarket says like, okay, so let's overprice things so that I can also have a piece. So at the end, those $1,000, well, half of it kind of like stayed up in the corruption system. Half of it disappeared somewhere, and then you actually check out how much you're charging for the supplies, and like, I don't know, a tuna can would end up costing like, there was a big scandal because a tuna can cost like $3 or $4, which it normally costs like $1. And overpricing things like this. So there's a big problem because even if the government wants to help, there is so much corruption at every level.
Yeah.
It's impossible to help. It's complicated. Latin America is very complicated.
Yeah. Oh.
Yeah, they did weird things here, like our Prime Minister has said, oh, we know that people are going to die, but we're going to open the cities and the restaurants again anyway, even though we know that people are going to die because we need the budget. We need to start the economy again, which is... people in power are kind of stupid over here.
No, and well, at least like our government has said, like, okay, I know, because obviously there are restaurants and many companies are going bankrupt, obviously, because the economy has been completely stopped. So the government is like, well, yeah, I mean, we understand and we're trying to help. The thing is that you can restart economy and you can rebuild a country if it has people. The thing is that we lose half of our population or whatever percentage it is. There's nothing we can rebuild because we're not going to have the people to be able to rebuild it because we need the people. So at least the government tries to do it, but of course there are a lot of pressure on the big corporations from the country. So yeah, it's a mess. I mean, at least we don't have Donald Trump as a president. So.
Can't.
At least. That's the only thing I say. Okay, yes, corruption and all, but at least our president is not sending us to die just because. Yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah. Okay. We try to find some happiness with some lines.
That's
Definitely.
Okay. I suggest you to draw with a pen because freehand job is a bit risky.
Okay.
I suggest you to start with this part that is the lower part of eye. So the blue one, this one, is this one. Tack. This part is supposed to be like eyeliner part where feathers are flat and short and fatty and fluffy. So I use round shape to make them cute. But this is just a draw. With the hot tools, you will able to modify it as you prefer or correct a mistake. Not because you make mistake, but I make mistake in this part of job I already know because I already done, and I modify my own project for necessity. So I try to imitate less of more a cloud. I create a lot of the letter U. My pronounce is so bad.
No, it's good.
And
so, where you did the practice thing and you were showing us this kind of technique, is that where we would do that with the hot tool?
If you want, yes. I show you that you can use the tip of your tools as a texture stamp.
Okay.
You can use it as a stamp in this part that has rounded feathers, or you can just use the tip like a pen. In my first mask, this one, I use I don't know if you can see it. I use it just a pen. With I didn't make the texture, but maybe this time I will try to stamp the tool tip as you prefer. If you need a check, use a scrap to try different solution. Is always the better situation and the better way to proceed. And I think that in this case you have some scrap because you have some triangles like me. I have a lot of stupid triangles around on my table. So
well, I had some, but I'm pretty sure my cats have hidden them away. I don't know where. That's a problem about having cats, right, Shakti?
Or you can try maybe here on the back when we are gluing the strips, where strips are overlapped. You can try on the back of the mask gently to not hold the mask, to not make a hole, but you can try on the back.
I just found this piece that because I bought several, so
perfect.
I'll just cut out a little piece of this.
After eyeline, I already draw my beak, nose, and mouth. Okay, and then we can start with all long lines. I try to show you where this line change direction. I like make this thing in a free way, so without too many I look and I draw. I just pay attention to make a symmetrical result, but in my case I use as general indication my template. I draw the lines that I show you before, the different lines where I have to change the direction in this way. You can see 1, 2, and 3. Starting with yep.
Okay. Yeah.
Starting this with lines, it will be easier for me. Remember the direction of all lines and have a general idea when I draw my lines. In my opinion, it's important that all lines are a bit curved, not straight. Okay, to replicate a bit the fluffiness of feathers, because the burn hole in, I don't know if burn hole is the right
Burn hole, yeah.
Yeah. On their face they have these feathers that are thin, are almost like a long fur. I cannot explain, are amazing. Here there is this super soft bear, I don't know. And to replicate this effect in this case, I think that curved lines was the best, but maybe don't, but I try. Another important line is the line of eyes. Okay, here you will have to follow this direction, because all lines spread from the eyes in a circle way. A raggio.
In a secular way.
A raggio. Spoke.
Spoke.
Like raggio di sole. Like sunshine, the ray of the sun, or a daisy petali. Petals, yeah. So the eyes is the center, and all feathers start from the eye. Okay? We are using a pen, so if you make a mistake, it's not a problem. You will cover all all pen mistakes with the plastic dip, with the vinyl glue. So enjoy and proceed.
I'm checking some pictures of owls. I'm trying to see close-ups of their eyes. See if I can find one.
Okay. I also like not use always entire line. Sometimes I interrupt the line in the half. Maybe I make only the upper part on the lower part, just to create some movement in my design. And if you create shaky line, it's okay. Feathers are not perfect, so it will be more natural. This is my cheek. No, cheek. Cheek, not cheek.
The chin.
Chin. Sorry.
No, it's okay. Hey, we're understanding, so.
Okay. This is the
I
important
confuse
thing.
words as well.
Right.
Oh, wow! Già fatto! Super fast! Wow, ok! Oh, basta. Ok.
These girls are so fast.
Yeah. Faster than me. Okay. I run.
No, I'm fine. I'm gonna get some coffee. I'll be right back.
Okay. But you don't need coffee, eh?
Bring one for each.
Yeah. Here I come.
Okay. It's stupid. Make this thing and be the the last one. Yeah.
This is gonna be like little dotsies and stuffies.
Okay. Did you think that the different lines that I showed you helped you to draw the line direction, or this is a not useful tip?
No, I
it
think
is
it
very
helps
useful.
to know where it changes direction.
Oh,
Definitely helps.
okay, thank
Yes.
you. Thank you for your feedback.
No, it's actually important to know it because even though, well, for some of us who, I have painted a lot since forever. So for me, it's kind of obvious to try to, mimic the fur. That's why I was actually searching for pictures of owls, like close-ups of their eyes and their beak and stuff. Because, yeah, that is important. It's going to give it the realistic or non-realistic touch. But that might not be obvious for everyone. So if it's obvious for me, it doesn't mean that it's obvious for the rest.
This is the reason of my question, because I speak about this thing and I guide my friend into this mask, but my friend has some experience, and she is Italian, so it was easier.
The mark making aspect of it is really fun.
It's
That
can you repeat, please? I missed the start.
it gets into a thing about mark making where with anything if you vary the quality of the thickness of the line, whether it's dots or dashes, like it's always gonna make it look a little bit more natural because your lines are not regular.
Yeah.
You're finding different ways of making your line go down. I like that.
Okay. Thank you. Good. I thank you guys because it's a unique experience in my life.
So does this look kind of like an owlish thing? I'm not sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, that looks good.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm sorry, trying to play with the light here. It's not great.
I think it's good. It's funny in this moment with only the chin when my whole seems an old man.
Moustache.
Yeah.
How close should I go down to the feathers on the nose on here? Because do we kind of burn up a little bit into them, or do we just go all the way down?
Maybe this one.
Yeah, that side is better.
Make them in this way, and if there is not enough space in this point, I terminate the line here on the profile. It's good
sense.
because it's like feathers goes on the eyeline.
Yeah,
It's a simplification, obviously.
Actually, if you can check out a close-up of the owl's eyes, because that was what I was looking, and they're like, it's like it has a little bit of eyeliner, like it has like little dots in it.
Some
like really near,
yeah,
really near the eye. It's like little dots, and then a little bit of feather fluff, and then like long
yeah,
fluff.
And it's so funny. Looks all these holes how different are one from the other.
Yeah. I'm using the barn owl.
Yeah, but I found.
Let's just keep it simple.
I found 3 made amazing of burn owl, but working on my previous mask, I understand that I had to choose one of them because there are so many different from each animal that I was going crazy. So I chose one.
I'm just using like the common white fluffy one. I just chose like 2 reference pictures where I could see like close the eye, like how is the feather composition? Because if I start looking at details on the feathers, then I'm gonna go to that.
Are so fluffy.
They're so cute.
Yeah, but this on the top of the beak there is the super fluffy feathers that goes out from the nose.
They look like they go in every
2 centimeters. Yeah. I think about them making this thing and move these feathers when there is rain or something else.
I'm gonna give mine eyeliner when I paint it, definitely.
Yeah, definitely. I'm gonna put some eyeliner on mine too.
In the end, we have to make a screenshot with the flock, with the entire flock. Yeah, to see the difference.
That would be beautiful.
Yeah, because they cannot be the same. They will be very different, one from the other.
Even if we paint them the same color or based on the same kind of owl, it's still gonna be fun.
Different. All right, I'm turning on my heating tool and committing.
Okay. I have finished with my lines. I make them really quick because I prefer work with thin soldering. So
me too.
I know myself, and I know that I ignore this line, but it's okay for me. So We
Here we go. Time of truth.
oh.
It feels like that.
I suggest you to start with this part to try, just to
Adjust.
have confidence with the tool, and because this part is the less exposed part. So if there is a mistake here, it's better than on the nose or on the chin, that is the central part that is near to the other people. But even if you have problem, don't worry. Color can fix almost everything.
Yeah, don't think it won't fix as a whole, but
No, but if you have a glue and a scrap, you can glue it on the back like a patch.
Oh, see, so you can fix a hole. So
Yeah.
don't worry. Difficult to screw up.
My friend makes a lot of things with thick foam, like the EVA one, the floor mats.
Yeah.
And what he does is he gets like filler and puts it in there when he makes holes. So I feel like I don't think I have any here. Otherwise, I would show you. But it's
Yeah,
just
those
like it's like what you would use to fill a hole in a wall. So I don't know, but it's kind of like a one for bathrooms. So it's kind of like foam, like stretchy, like foam.
Mastice. Yeah. Hey.
I don't know the word for it, but
Mastice. Mastic.
I thought I was so clever because I had this little plastic covered stand. That's not clever. Anyway, I have a metal stand now. One thing. So clever.
I'm gonna open up the window because it's starting to smell like
Yeah.
burnt.
Yeah, open the window, and if you have wear a mask, if you find one mask in this moment, because in Italy it's
No, here they're gone. Here everyone is doing their own masks, but
here too. They bought swimming mask, snorkeling mask, Swiffer. Some people use Swiffer. That is a product to clean the dust from the furnitures.
yeah.
They make 2 holes and they wear a mask or the aspirapolvere. Vacuum cleaner bags.
oh, that's so.
They are hero.
I'm like what? No, here people like they use like textile, like normal cloth, like I don't know this, whatever, and they make, they make them face masks. And now, so yeah, like they're getting very creative with the face mask, and they're like putting patterns on it, and
Yeah.
But yeah, I would have never thought about using
My friend that
bag.
works in pharmacia.
A pharmacy.
Pharmacy, yeah. He saw many clients go inside with vacuum cleaner bag as mask.
Wow.
Yeah. We have fantasy.
A lot of people here already had a mask because of the bushfire, because the smoke was so bad in the city that you needed a filter mask. So people are making cloth ones, but a lot of people already had one.
Yeah. I painted a few animals on a couple of cloth masks, which makes me happy, but just remembered that I also earned this.
Oh, professional.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Usually I use it too, but for you, this is the perfect mask. Yeah. I have one.
Yeah.
I this time I opened my window because I have to speak with you, but usually I use that precisely mask because it's great with glue, with burned foam. In this work, we have to use masks and glasses and gloves.
Yeah, when I wood burnt, it would be the same thing because the amount of smoke that could come out from a box was. It looks so cute. Like, I don't know if you can see it. Let me check out. This is what I have come up with for the eyes. Okay, let me
Oh.
this side, I believe. Can you
Okay.
see like the little dots?
Yep. Yep. It's really nice.
Yeah. Let's see if you can. No, this side you're not gonna be able to see. I'm gonna finish it first, and the other side I'll show you.
But maybe you later can make a photo and put it on the group so we can see without pixels and hangout.
Yeah, because it's definitely not gonna show it justice.
Not so much. I think that this is going not better. It's a bit worse. In last month, it's a bit more difficult have a clear vision.
I have a cat spying on me. This is so funny. Look at it. Like he's on the floor, he puts his hand like on the table and starts looking up like, what are you doing?
He is judging you.
No, because I have the hair dryer here still because because yesterday I was finishing to fluff up the feathers and he is terrified of the hair dryer, so he is like, why is that still on the table? But yes, he might be judging, like, why are you doing an owl mask and not a cat mask? That is not fair.
It would be. Okay, this is how I am making it. I use a lot of not precisely line, and this is intentional. And with the tip, I push it through the feathers to create not a hole, engraving.
Like a ridge.
Yeah, from one to the others. Just because it works really well, and you can use it in this way too. I hate these wires that are so rigid.
Yeah. And I like locked mine under my arm so that it would allow me to work.
That's nice.
And now they made the wire always shorter. Mine is less than 1 meter. So if I put it on the floor, I work in this way because there is not enough wire.
I think they can also play with the depth of the engraving. Like make one stroke a little bit deeper than the other one.
After that, for who has Dremel or rotary tools, if you want work and sanding the profile of the beak, of the front, you can make them really smooth and then put the plastic dip on. Okay? This part is not necessary, but is something more if you want. I think that I will do because I am a Dremel addicted, so okay. And
Sorry, my internet cut out. Where did you say you were going to use the Dremel?
I say that if you want, if you have a Dremel, after the engraving part, you can work on the profiles to smooth the surface before plastic dip. This part is out of the pattern, the tutorial, because you have to wear mask and glasses, and it's really noisy, so it requires 10 minutes. If you want or have the possibility to do that. Otherwise, there is no problem. If you want the surface here smoother, you can use sandpaper and work a bit just on the profile to create a central line. But only if you want. It's not some problem. Oh, it's all okay?
Yep. Yeah. I'm just opening more the window and doing this next to the window.
Yeah. Your cat, it's here again?
No, he's kind of like, I mean, he's just scared of the hairdryer, so he kind of like says like, I'm gonna get up. He sees the hairdryer and is like, okay, no, that's not an option. So he just stays staring at the hairdryer for a while.
Four.
Okay.
Vediamo se... Oh, Ian write something. Okay. This part is a bit long, but it's important.
It's one of the fun parts.
Yeah. Chi c'è, gatto? Chi c'è? Oh. Ian said that his cars don't stop, so I think that we will have not Ian today. We will find another solution. More video.
Okay, I'm gonna go for my mask.
Yeah, it's stinky. It's a bad.
Yeah, no, and I don't want to risk my lungs right now.
Puzza. Stink. Ecco, stink. If you have not a Dremel or rotary tools, but you want to work with on the profile, you can use this tool. You
Yes,
can
that is what I was finding out.
work in this way to push down the edge and create a smoother surface inside or on the profile of your feather to create a thinner edge of feathers gently. And you can also work on the profile of beak and front with this tool. It's less precise than a rotary tool, but it works. You can also round a bit the edge in the eyes. If you work on the eyes, be really, really careful, or you will have Willy Lorbo, a pirate result. I tried to pronounce the name of Goonies pirate Willy, but I don't know his name in your country. Here he is Willy Lorbo in Goonies movies.
Oh yeah. Oh.
He has only one eye.
I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. Forget I'm not on mute.
Salute.
I'm gonna put myself on mute just in case.
No problem. Okay. I work on the entire face, and then I start to work on the feather strips. Okay.
You're so fast.
Yeah, like I'm not even halfway.
It's my
through.
work. I do it every day for 8 or more hours. So yeah, but it's just practice, not superpower.
Oh yeah, it is a superpower.
Oh.
It is.
It's a bit like a mandala in this moment.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh. Hmm.
My soldering tool is very old.
Yeah.
I don't have one anymore, so this one I borrowed off my boyfriend, and it's really, he's had it for like, I think we got it from his father, so it's a really old one that no one was using. And he said, "Sure, take it. You can have it." But I think it's making this go very slowly.
Yeah, I'm having like little reds. I don't know if you can see
Yeah,
it. Like it's not a perfect line. It's kind has like
It'll be nicer.
Yeah, little tears almost.
yeah.
it's nice. If you want just to try to pass slowly the tools. Sometimes if
It
you
gets very thick.
yeah,
I get a very thick
this is the
line.
problem. You have to take a bit upper the tools and work just with the tip of the tip, maybe slowly, because these rims sometimes are created by a fast engraving, because materials does not melt, not totally, and you create these onde, these waves that follow the your hand direction.
Okay, so this is gonna take much longer than it's already taking.
Yeah, but the texture is good. Was nice.
Yeah.
It's something natural, so it's not perfect. In nature, there are a lot of different kind of the same things, and if all your feathers have waves, it can be okay. Nobody know that another mask has flat lines, and your lines are precisely
Very unique.
are precise. Is not something that make your mask uglier. It's just a characteristic. So
More natural.
yeah, but it's not a mistake or something that you have to adjust, because I think that is not a problem.
Okay.
But you have to like your mask, so it's your fault.
I don't dislike it. I think it actually gives more movement
Yeah,
because it has like little bumps. But yeah, I was like, okay, this is not like the perfect little hole, the perfect little line. It's all rigid, but I don't care about it, to be honest.
but if you look at the photos that you talked about before, it's
I don't know if you can see the.
But I think that it works. Neither feathers are perfect. It's better. It's less fake.
That could be true as well.
I forgot where I was. Boh, dove sono arrivata? When you work on the feather strips, remember that all feathers start in the center of the mask, so you have to draw them as if the feathers spread out from the center, not vertical or horizontal, like some rays, sunrise. Porca miseria.
Okay. Wow, it is really smelly in here now.
Yeah, I'm worried about. I've got my window open, but it's still.
I think I'm gonna leave this on.
Yeah, that's why I had to go and search for masks because it started to get very.
I love the little dots. They're great.
I don't understand.
Oh.
Sorry.
The little dots are nice. There's a lot of possibility in terms of how hard you're pressing,
Yeah.
what part of the tool you're using. It's great. And I'm sure with more expensive tools, you can choose the temperature range as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's also a thing. But I bought a $15 wood burner.
Me
which is
too.
great. Yeah. Yeah.
But yes, there are a lot of possibilities to change the result with color, with different tools, with bit different shape. It's interesting, and I am trying to see what I will obtain from this session with you, and how this mask will be different from the original, the first one. It will be interesting. I am very curious because I hate this part of this mask because it's I attack this strip too low, too down. It's hid by the green part, and I dislike it so much. I hate it, but I decide to go ahead until the end and see how will be the result, because I think that it could be nice. Anyway, just different from my imagination, but maybe it can work.
Oh, it will work.
Yeah.
You're a genius on this kind of stuff, so I'm sure you're gonna make it work.
Oh, I would like, but no. But I make a ton of mistake, and I know a lot of tricks to adjust a ton of situation that I made, and I learned that sometimes an unexpected a different things unexpected things can be also more beautiful than something planning. So I catch this occasion to see what this unexpected way bring to me.
Mhm.
Ok, vediamo. I decorated these strips, and this one I always made the profile of feathers lines and one lines in the center that does not touch the edge, the profile of the feathers. And then I work in this way from in the spaces from each feathers. This is my back. It's really rounded, a bit like a cloud. And now I will go on nose. It's always scary, this part. Even after 10 or more years. Create holes and noses.
Ah, I got it. Like, I was holding it weird, and you know when you find the right way to hold it and the right kind of angle and it just kind of clicks?
See?
I've got that point.
Oh, good. So good. I like your satisfaction.
But now half of it looks good and half of it looks not so good.
No.
I'm right now missing my wood burning tool.
I believe you.
Yeah, because with that one, I could be so precise, the temperature would be perfect and exact, and this would be much faster.
Yeah.
So yeah, in this moment, I am actually really missing it.
Okay. I have to adjust my beak because I squeeze it. Alright. Be careful with nose holes, because if you have two different holes, you have to make the smaller big as the bigger, and you have avoid to create a giant nose hole. Okay.
That will be interesting.
Not so much. But you can cut off the beak just in case and replace it with a new one.
Okay, let's hope we do not have to get to that point, because then I would have to reheat all the mask and give it a form again, and that
You
would
can
be
shape.
very
You can
complicated.
put it in shade before gluing it, just in case. Maybe in the future. It's a foam. It's a friendly material, because if you do a mistake, you can cut it off and replace the ruined piece.
True.
It's a friendly material, in my opinion. There are other materials like resin that if you make a mistake...
Oh no, with resin?
No. Bye.
Yeah. I was like, okay, screw it up, start again.
Yeah, it's a nightmare. A nightmare. So, this is my hole. I will work with hot gun again a bit later, just because I have to put in shape again my beak. But I am not delicate, so yeah, squeeze this beak so much. But I like it. It's totally different.
That's a good thing about art. You can do the same piece 10 times, but it's never going to be exactly the same.
Never. It's incredible.
Oh, I have to fix this side. Yesterday I was with my in-laws. We went to, we bought some coveralls for them since he has to work. My father-in-law. So we bought some. We bought the overalls and we went there to give it to them. And my youngest sister-in-law, she is still in school. She is 15 years old and she was doing some puppets, like a school project. And I was like, oh, I'm doing an owl mask and it's in here we call this thing foamy. I was like, and it's in foamy, but you would never believe it's in foamy. I had never worked with that and I'm like super surprised about how interesting the material is, right? And they're like, oh yes. So my mother-in-law, well, we have issues. She is a little bit complicated woman. So they're like, oh yes, you can do masks in foamy and they're super easy to do. And I was like, I would not call it super easy, at least what I'm doing, but sure. So my husband said, like, why don't you show them the mask so that they understand what we're talking about? And I was like, okay, sure. And yeah, I pulled up the mask and showed them and they were like, oh, okay, yes, that is not what we were thinking about when you said a foamy mask. So now they were like, oh, can you do one for me? And I was like, if I manage to finish the first one and not screw it up, yeah, sure. But yeah, it's interesting because no one believes it's foamy. My dad had the same reaction. And I said, like, yeah, I'm doing a foamy mask. And he was like, really? Because my mom said, like, oh, I saw the mask and it's incredible. And then when I gave him the picture, he was like, what? What's that? And I was like, it's foamy. Yeah, believe me. I didn't believe it at first, but once I started working on it, I knew that it was foamy.
But a question for all of you. Making this mask is as you expected this, or is more difficult or more simple, or what you expected from this experience before, and what you have learned, but what do you think now that you are already at the third session?
I didn't expect learning to carve the foam with heat, the soldering iron, to be so tricky. I thought the gluing was going to be easy, like not super easy, but easy enough, and like it wasn't too tricky. But I didn't expect to like struggle to figure out how to do this.
Oh.
And this is a little bit hard, but I think I've got it now.
Okay, in my case, I had never worked with this. So this is absolutely new for me. And at the beginning, obviously, when I saw the mask, it's not going to be a piece of cake. But, I mean, it has been easy enough, yeah, but it's totally new for me. So, I'm sure that if I do this again, I'm going to do at least 3 of them just to perfect it. And then do the real one. But, I mean, it is not difficult. It is timely, yes. But difficult, like when you say difficult? No.
I think I'm doing a complicated thing that's going to be gorgeous that I would have had great difficulty figuring out by myself. And you've done a really nice job of breaking it down into steps that are manageable. So there's no point where I've not been able to look at your instructions and see what I'm supposed to do, which is lovely. It's lovely.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I'm good. Okay, sorry. I asked it because I am not sure about what people think about what I do every day, and I am not sure about what people think about how difficult it is make some items and make one with own ends can change the point of view. So I was interested in this thing because for me it's natural. I see some items around on the internet or in a shop, and I can understand how many work there is behind this these pieces, but maybe it's not so easy for someone that make another job, obviously.
Yeah, no, definitely art is very undervalued in that point. Like many people say, like, oh, it's so expensive. Like it happens to me all the time. Like, why are your boxes so expensive and things like that? And I was like, yeah, if you know that I spent 3 days burning that and making the burns perfect to make the perfect shadow, to make the perfect line, to not make holes in the wood because that happens as well. Like it's, I mean, yes, definitely art is undervalued, and
Yeah.
you definitely cannot completely appreciate how much work is put in each piece of art until you try it out yourself. That is definitely true. Now, for me, this has been, as I said, a whole new experience. Like I feel like in Aladdin, a whole new world.
Nice voice.
But I mean, it's enlightening because yes, I mean, obviously, when I saw your shop again, I have been following you for I don't know how many years now. I would never say like, oh yeah, that is super easy. I mean, again, I didn't even have any idea of how it was made, and every time I saw cosplayers like doing this kind of stuff, I was like, okay, they are insane. How do they do that? Where did they get that? I mean, how is it done? I mean, and obviously, because I'm an artist, I would say like, yes, definitely they have put a whole bunch of time in it. Even if it's simple as this, yes, this is simple, but it takes a good chunk of time out of it
Yeah.
to do it.
Yes.
So that is, I think that is the part that people tend to not value. And right today and nowadays, the most valuable thing is time. Time is very valuable, and if you don't believe me, like yeah, ask any kind of CEO, and he's gonna tell you every hour. Like for example, that's how my dad talks. Like he's like, so each of my hours costs this amount of dollars. Are you willing to pay that or not? Because he charges per hour because of his work. So yeah, so I think that that is the most important thing, that in art, most of people don't understand how much time is put in each thing. And if they actually thought about that amount of time and what it takes for each person, like if you think, okay, so I'm not an artist and I want this piece, and the artist says, well, yeah, but I spent, I don't know, 5 days doing that piece. If you start thinking like, okay, so how much does 5 days of my work cost? How much am I paid for 5 days? And you start thinking, okay, yeah, I think that this price is fair. It's not that unjust. So yeah, I think it's mainly, and it happens everywhere in the world, believe me.
Yeah, I am sure about that.
Yeah.
You're definitely
Yeah.
right about art being undervalued.
Yeah, now, yeah, and it has happened forever. Like, have you seen that art, like for a painting from Van Gogh? They would not pay a cent for it in his time, but as soon as he died, now each piece of art, how much does it cost? It's very weird.
Mm. Yeah.
Artwork is very weird. Okay, I'm liking my very wavy. Oh. And I have not finished the others.
My hole is fat. It's fat.
Mine is a little bit deformed, but it's it's good. I'm definitely gonna do like 3 of these until I get to one that I'm like
You can do.
perfect.
Yeah. Please, if you do it, send me pictures.
I will. Actually, I have here like lots of foamy left, so I don't have to go out searching for materials. That will be good.
Yeah, for your personal vlog.
Yeah. Now, I know exactly what we're gonna do in October. Believe me.
In October, for Halloween, yeah.
Yeah, and Halloween, everyone is gonna be an all in my family. Like, I want to be a ninja. I don't care. You're gonna be an owl. You can be a ninja owl if you want. You're gonna be an
Yeah,
owl.
yeah, exactly. But it could be cool. A whole party for Halloween. It will be creepy. Yeah. Mm.
Yeah, that's definitely what's gonna happen.
My friend is having a Halloween party, and they always say to people, if you don't come dressed, we will dress you.
Oh, good.
It
And
works.
then, yeah, sometimes, because no one wants to be put in like the old, bad, broken costumes. So
Touche,
I think there's
yes.
going to be a lot of owls this year.
Yeah, my family. I already told them because my brother also, because again, of course, they follow me on Facebook and they saw the things, and my brother was like, "Are you seriously gonna do that owl mask?" And I was like, "Yeah." And he was like, "That is so cool. Can you do one for me?" And like, yes. The only condition is that you have to use it in Halloween. I was like, okay. So yes, this year everyone in my family are gonna be we're gonna be a nice owl family.
I never gone to a Halloween party. I am really curious.
Well, Halloween is not so big here. I mean, it's big, but it's not like, I'm comparing it to the States, right? Well,
But,
in the States, Halloween is huge. Like, in the States, they go really insane with Halloween. Here, not that much, but it's still fun.
It's starting to get bigger over here in Australia.
yeah.
You still get a lot of people who say, we don't celebrate that, we're not American. But it's just fun. So you're getting a lot of people now who are really into the dressing up and the whole culture of it.
Well, at least in Australia, it's like we're not American, so don't. Here, it's like, well, since Catholicism is so deep in Spain, it is also deep here because, of course, the Spanish pretty much imposed Catholicism to everyone here when they got here. So they're like, oh, Halloween is from the demon, so don't do that. And you're like, okay. So it's more kind of like that, what happens here. But it's getting bigger because, I mean, people like to have fun. And also, well, nowadays generations are more atheists. Like, they don't believe so much in God and in religion, and actually they tend to hate religion more than anything. So, so yeah,
Very
so
much
it's getting.
here too.
We have the same situation here, even with Devil Halloween problems. But luckily is a minority.
Yeah, that's.
I dress up my house
Yeah.
into a monster house with eyes on my roof and teeth on my porch.
Oh, that's cute.
So,
That sounds amazing.
Yeah,
That's
I'm
right.
like,
and you
I
make
wish I lived in a house.
a party?
I bought insulation foam, hard insulation foam, and then cut it
Yeah.
into the shape. So like an 8-foot stand for the eyes, and then we mounted them, and then yeah, it's super cheap and it's easy to paint and it doesn't last, but it's light.
It
Super
lasts
cool.
when it has to last.
Yeah.
Oh.
It's not like you're gonna have that up all year long, so.
Well, I kept it up for a little bit.
Yeah, I would be happy eating pumpkin pie all year long too. Well, the good thing about South America is that you can do it. Well, at least my part of South America. Here in Argentina, that is not possible, but here it is. Okay, so we're almost done with the face.
Good.
Making that beautiful owl family. That looks interesting.
I make photos.
So who has a dog that's barking?
Not.
Yeah. I'm just asking because I hear the chippity chirp of the puppy.
Huh.
Lockdown. Scrivi qualcosa. Foto. No. Foto.
Well, it starts to look interesting. I don't know
Oh,
if you can see.
I am happy. Oh, it's nice.
Getting there. Slowly but surely we're getting there.
Yeah, I'm starting to be happy with mine.
I like mine.
Yeah, I mean, once it's starting to get bigger, the son of engravement, I feel that it's looking better. The
The
beginning was just
the Geneva Hall remembers to me Christmas. I don't know why, but I think that it's a perfect Christmas hall.
Yeah, because it's all white.
Yeah, but it's
I think when I paint it, I want to do it like a little bit pink. Like white and then almost like pink. I don't know. I'm just feeling it.
Oh, I can
Yeah,
wait to see.
I was saying to my mom, I'm gonna do Hedwig. And she was like, okay.
And your Shauna,
Yes. Oh,
it's okay.
yes.
You have
Yeah, I like mine.
you
I'm
have
all done.
already finished. Yes.
Yeah, I think so. I've just been messing around with it.
Oh, you are so your hole is soft. I don't know why.
My
Nice.
nose hole?
It looks soft. So so it's so
I
light.
think it's just a pen. It's an illusion. Illusion.
We're gonna have to send pictures just to make sure.
Yeah.
Because everything on camera looks perfect. Then when you start looking it up close, it's like, okay, this, that.
I put my on the group, so if you want post your holes in other posts or under mine, we can
Exchange comments.
yeah give them names. A
This
trick
one will
to
be called.
Hmm?
No,
no. Sorry. A trick to check if you have make holes, even super small ones, is look your mask through the against a open window or a light. If you make holes, you will see a super shiny spot. Obviously, it's a good way to check this situation. In this case, it's not a problem if the hole is really small, but maybe if you in the future will have to check this thing, remember that you have light that does all the work.
I don't know how worried I am about it. I've got a few little tiny holes, but I can patch them with something with the same material that I'm using for the eyes. They're small.
The same
Like I don't.
the net.
The net for the eyes, I can pop a little bit to cover the holes, or some of them are so small that I may just cover them with paint. May just fill in.
If are really small, Plastic will cover them and will hide them because they will be filled or covered with spray gum, with a thin layer of gum, and you will have no problem. If you want to be more sure about the result, if you are worried or if you have a bigger all, you can put on the back a patch of in foam,
Yeah.
and you put the glue. You cut a bit round piece of foam and you glue it on the back. In this way, you are super sure that the result will be really not so visible, and the mask will be sturdy enough.
Sturdy.
Yeah, this material is soft, so if you make a patch inside the mask, mask will be not less comfortable to be weared. So you can put 10 patch, more patch.
Well, I haven't almost. I mean, I do not have like holes that you can actually see through. Just like where the foam got very, very, very thin, but it did not break. So should I patch that one up or just leave it like that?
You can let it like that. If you have not in program to throw it from the window, walk on your mask, or play with your cat with the mask, I think that it can work. But if you put the plastic dip and in a second moment, from a month, you realize that it's too fragile, the mask, you can add the patch anyway on the back. Even if you have already put plastic dip and color on your mask, if your mask is finished, you can always work on the inside.
Okay.
Glue works, and you can add all foam that you want. If you want cover all the inside with foam to have a flat and solid surface that is nicer to see, as you prefer.
And this one has given me enough complications to get myself more complicated.
Maybe after 3 holes.
Yeah, exactly. Maybe on the third one I will start getting picky about that. I'm sorry, I know I'm the slow one.
No problem.
No, I'm really slow working with this tool. It's not just you.
Yeah, this tool is definitely not the best one. I'll definitely have to get my wood burner again. And my cat is spying me again from his nice cat furniture. I don't know if I'm just making too many lines. I don't know.
If you can draw them, they are not too much. If you have space,
Keep on filling up with lines.
yeah, absolutely. when I work on this kind of round shape masks with the same details from one side and the other, I usually start in one point, make a section on the left side, and then I make the same section on the right side, and I proceed with small section on both sides to check for a symmetric result. Yeah, because I realized some years ago, a lot of years ago, that if I start in one point and I proceed follow a clock movement, in the end my details are totally different and I can see the difference, so I have to mix it them.
Yeah, I understand that because I have had that happen in other projects. Not this one specifically, maybe because it's so small. But I have tried, like, I mean, I'm not doing it as you said, but I have tried, like, to keep it symmetrical by, you know, matching up the lines.
It can happen because maybe with time someone becomes tired, or the hand it's in pain, or just you are thinking about dinner or your stuff. So
Yeah.
Or it gets better because you're learning.
yeah, you are right. You are
When,
improve. Yeah.
When there's a group of scenic artists working on a huge mural, we're never allowed to work on the same part for very long. We always have to switch off areas so that it doesn't ever look as if it's a different hand in specific places. It's the same sort of idea.
Yeah, I think that, yes, it's exactly this.
Oh, okay.
Okay, at least the face is finished. Now, little feathers.
Can I I still might want to do some shape, some heat gun shape, and with the mask. Is that's still going to be okay before the plastic dip? Right?
Yeah. Definitely, if you have to use hot gun again, now is the moment, not after plastic dip or with color. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. I just want to. I got a little embossing heat gun that's quite small, so I want to improve some of the shaping.
Yeah, I will do the same because with the hot tools I lose some shapes.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm gonna have to fix some things here too. Maybe around the nose. Why is it always around the nose, which it was the hardest part?
So I found it really good. I have juggling balls because I juggle, so I've got the contact ball. So I found that like rubbing it kind of on the inside really helps.
Yeah.
So if you've got something round, that might help to like hit it with the heat gun and then like
Push.
kind of roll it
For this reason, your mask is so round and smooth. Ah.
Perfect. Yeah.
So
Her
I
secret
didn't do
has
that.
been revealed.
I didn't do that last time, but I had the mask on my desk and I had my ball on my desk. I was kind of looking at my computer and playing with the both. I'm like, oh, why don't I do this?
It's a great idea. Yeah. I never try. I'm looking for some random shape here in my lab. But you play with this ball. You can use. No,
I used to be really good at it, but then like I stopped.
you're freaking cool. Die.
I broke my foot once and I couldn't do anything while I was in bed for months. I learned how to, yeah.
That's very interesting.
Yeah. Oh. Yeah.
Yeah. And I don't know if I can still do the ones where you flip it and roll it, but I think I'm going to break something if I do it around my paint desk.
Oh, it's so cool. Cosa posso usare? Di tondo, che cosa ho io di tondo? It's not totally round, but
Perfect.
it can work. It's the inside of Easter egg.
Oh, yeah. Where the toy is.
Yeah.
Now that is something that doesn't happen here in Colombia. The egg hunt, we don't have it here.
No.
And I have missed that one, yeah.
Oh. Well. But you can buy chocolate anyway.
Yeah, I can buy chocolate any day, but you know, hunting eggs was pretty fun.
Yeah. No, this is not for hunting. In Italy, we have the hunting of egg that it's made children hunting eggs, but always for children and for people like me and all my
We are
friends.
Charles at heart.
Yeah, there is a big egg made in chocolate that is not it is not empty. It's not full, it's empty, and inside there is this plastic stuff with inside a surprise that is a child toys, usually a peluche or plastic Iron Man or something else. And here the bakeries made custom eggs, also giant eggs, 20 or 30 kilograms of eggs, all hand decorated with a lot of house and phoenix and what you want, and you can put inside the surprise that you want. Some people put jewels, some people put giant peluche, and you can order a custom chocolate egg with surprise. And this is from a cheaper one, supermarket's egg, but was so good.
We have Kinder eggs as well.
Yeah.
The best ones are the toys that you put together.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You get a little.
Yeah, that does not happen here. Like we do not have eggs. We only have like the Kinder egg. It's kind of like a
Kinder
chocolate. It's for kids. It's called Kinder, like surprise Kinder.
Yeah.
Yeah, the brand, the Kinder.
Yeah.
Oh, it's good, that chocolate.
Yes, it is.
Yeah. But yeah, for adults, like, you know, fine chocolate eggs for adults, that is a new one for me.
No. The bakery one, yes, is for adults that want to make a super present to their parents or something else. But for adults, usually there are not for adults. Adults buy chocolate eggs, but are not the target of the product.
Oh, okay. Yeah, because here that definitely is not. It's not a thing.
No, the most adult way to find a chocolate egg with surprise is egg by Ferrero or others brand, Kinder and others, that put inside instead of surprise toys other chocolate. So small chocolate cioccolatini.
Chocolate yeah, chocolate bar.
Yeah, like oh cavolo, Forrest Gump chocolate gift,
A box.
a small one, yeah.
Box of chocolates.
This kind of chocolate inside of chocolate eggs.
Huh?
Perfect.
Yeah, no, here, I mean, here, the only chocolate egg that you're going to find is Kinder.
Hmm.
And that's it.
Oh.
My husband loves it, though. He's always buying it. And he collects the little Kinder toys.
Can
Yeah,
I?
he's a child at heart.
Yeah. Can I ask you what is your international favorite movie? Just to talk because I'm curious.
Whom?
All of you.
All of us?
Just to know because I say the international because maybe I don't know Australian movies or
So my favorite movie, I like scary movies. Like I love scary movies.
Me too.
I'm a chicken. I don't.
And I love science fiction. So my favorite movie, it's an old movie, it's from the 90s. It's a scary movie set in space called Event Horizon.
Oh yeah.
That's like my favorite movie ever. I love it so much. It's dark, it's scary, it's creepy, and it's in space. It's like all of the things I love.
perfect.
And they're like, the sets and the spaceships are all really they're really cool, but they're also really scary. So
I will watch it. I don't know.
but don't watch it late at night. It's yeah.
Okay. I will look for some company.
I love scary movies too. But I think my favorite movie is My Neighbor Totoro.
Yeah, that's so good.
Oh.
Yeah, it's so beautiful. It's
Miyazaki.
so beautiful. Yeah,
Oh, I
Yeah.
love it too so much.
and Spirited Away as well. But I've got a special warm place for Totoro. Yeah.
I love Howl's
Yeah.
Moving Castle.
Good
I
choice.
think Howl's Moving Castle has got to be right up there. It's so good.
I don't know. My favorite movie. Well, I'm kind of like an, how do you call this in English? I'm not sure. Like art kind of films.
Hmm.
I don't know how. Here it's called cinearte, and it's
So-
kind of like kind of like alternative.
Yeah, independent.
Hmm.
And it's not made by a big studio. So over here it's like an independent movie or an indie movie.
Yeah, it's kind of like Tim Burton movies.
Okay.
So, for example, one of my favorites is Dr. Parnassus. But yeah, it's very underground. Even though Johnny Depp acts in it, but yeah, that would be one of my favorite. Or the Orchid Thief. That one is with Meryl Streep. The Orchid Thief is also a good one. Because yeah, I'm a chicken for terror movies. I'm like, no. I will have nightmares and I won't be able to sleep for a week. So forget it. I'm a baby girl. Like I'm such a chicken that when I was like 5 years old, my parents took me to watch Aladdin because Aladdin was, it was the newest Disney movie, and I had nightmares 3 days long, dreaming that someone was gonna cut off my hand. Like, so yeah, so if that's with an Aladdin movie when I was little, yeah, don't scary movies, and I do not go well.
Oh. Oh.
I watch a lot of Star Trek. I'm one of those kind of people.
Now that is something that I would watch. Yes, Star Trek.
I have 3 Star Trek uniforms in all my costume collection,
Oh.
and any chance I could wear them, just casually, like, yeah, just for fun.
Okay, that is another level. I do not have Star Trek uniforms, but again, this is the first time that I use foam, so that is not.
Yeah.
Which
I do
uniform?
have, so I've got the Next Generation dress uniform. So I've got a red one for command, and I've got a yellow one because sometimes I dress up as female Data. I don't have photos yet because I haven't gone anywhere as it, but I've just bought the yellow contacts online. I've got the yellow dress. I've got a black wig, white face paint. So I want to be girl Data, and I don't know where I'm going to go as girl Data, but I'm ready for a costume party. And the third one that I got is my partner's, like, the Next Generation uniform dress. It's in my wardrobe because he's got no room in his wardrobe because it's full of all of his biking costumes. So,
Okay. Viking customs, interesting.
I like these problems.
yeah. My partner just 3D printed me 7 of 9 blog pieces. So I'm looking for a reason to dress up as old school 7 of 9 from Voyager before I start dressing up as new school 7 of 9 from Picard. Very excited, but I just haven't found anywhere to go because I'm not going out of the house. So
Yeah, and as it looks like it, I'm pretty sure Halloween might be canceled at this rate, at least here.
I think you should just be thinking about photo shoots, honestly.
yeah, I probably should.
Much more
Halloween
control.
photo shoot.
Yeah, this is the closest thing to a cosplay that I have done in my life. This one here. But I'm pretty sure that my boyfriend would love cosplaying because he is really a big fan of anime.
Yep.
I mean, I liked anime, but not. I mean, he is the one that if as soon as One Piece manga comes out, he is reading it. And I'm like, what's One Piece again? Because I stayed like, in the old ones when I was little, like, I don't know, Sailor Moon and Rurouni Kenshin and, the old classic ones.
Yeah. All my friends are into anime and video games and they cosplay, and I stopped watching anime because I just didn't have the time. Normally if I'm watching something, I'm also working on creating something, so I can't watch something with subtitles, and I don't like the English dub. So my friends are like all talking about new animes, and I'm just behind. I don't even try.
Yeah, no, I have lost that battle with my husband. I said my boyfriend, right? My husband. We married like 4 months ago, so I'm still getting used to calling him husband.
Oh, congrats.
Congratulations.
Thank you. So yeah, so he is very into that, and I'm like, yeah, and not much in video games because he did not have, and I also didn't grow up with play or video games in my house because my dad didn't want us to get addicted and all that good stuff. My dad is very conservative, so. But yeah, so it's kind of. He's very into anime though. So I do not know anything about video games. I do not know anything about all the good stuff. Even though most of my friends are very into it, I'm like, I don't know what you're talking about. So I'll just pretend I understand. I'll smile and I nod.
I started as cosplay to making costumes, but I make just one dress and go to two convention with my dress. And then I find LARP, and I thought that make own costumes and on own characters and not just walk and go on a catwalk, but in play your character and fight with a sword in the wood was more cool to me. It was the right direction, so I turned in LARP direction. That was fit
Okay.
better to me.
I'm sorry. I might know. I am absolutely very ignorant in these things. So what is LARP? You have been talking about that
Sorry.
like the 3 sessions, and I'm like,
Yeah.
what is that? I don't want to ask because then it's all
LARP is live action role playing. It's nothing about
Okay.
sex.
Yeah, it's kind of
No.
like Dragon and Dungeons, but in real
Yeah.
life and playing with a character. Okay,
Exactly.
good.
And
Okay.
it's not the community is not like they show in the movie full of super geek male nerd with glasses and super fluffy swords. And this sport, this hobby, now is really grow up. So there are very fancy costumes and weapons, and there is really interpretation of own characters. It's half half theater and half improvising.
Role playing.
Yeah, it's hard because you have to know very well your character and you have to react like your character. It is not so easy. And then you have to fight, and there are no turns. You have your own time reaction. It's interesting. It's like playing a book from real.
Okay.
It can sound stupid, but it's really
No.
funny. I know
Um,
it's strange, but I like it so much. And I like movie, I like books, I like stories, and play in my own stories with other people. It's amazing because I decide what happened and I try to make what I want happen. It's great if I succeed, even if not, but it's okay. It can happen.
no. I asked because honestly, it's the first time that I actually hear about it. So, again, as I said, I'm not geeky at all. So, even though, again, friends and husband are, I'm like, yeah, I barely play Clash of Clans in my cell phone, and then people think that I'm a gamer just because I play Clash of Clans.
Oh.
So, yeah, it's kind of like, that is my level of geek. So,
Okay.
no World of Warcraft, even though I know what it is about. I never played that one. Again, my house was kind of like very restricted in those kind of stuff. And I think it was a good thing because I have a younger brother, and he is. We all actually. This is kind of funny, but my great granddad lost his house with everything in it 2 times
No.
because of playing cards. So my mom, my brother, and I, we can get very addicted to games. Like it's kind of like in our blood. We can
Yeah.
obsessed with solitary and Sudoku. And I got obsessed at some point with Clash of Clans. So I kind of understand my dad not wanting anyone to have video games around and limits our time at the computer a lot. So, but I thank him because even though I don't know any of this and it sounds very interesting and fun, it was still good for us. So I'm sorry for my ignorance. I really
No, but
have
no,
what you're talking
it
about.
was a question I answered to you, and so, I know that it's not common. Oh,
Finally done.
yes.
Yeah, me too. I just finished and turned off my iron.
Surround your. Oh, I like your whole.
Found this Japanese fishing float,
Ah,
which is perfect.
it's perfect.
And I've
Yeah.
been doing the shaping, which is great.
Yeah. Later, I will try it and I post the difference. I like your advice.
I'll try to check out if I can find something like
You
that. And
you do
Like a
you do
pedestal.
hit in hot with hot air or just press and move?
I've not been using hot air, just kind
Okay.
of pressing it and rolling it.
Ah, okay.
But a tennis ball or anything will work, I think.
Yeah.
oh, if I was in my tennis balls everywhere, they love tennis. They love Federer.
Oh wow. It works.
I don't think it'll work on the really thick foam, but I think because this
No.
is thin stuff, it's fine.
Yeah.
I'm gonna just use the heat of my hand and try to make this a little bit. Yeah, it actually worked. Because I
Yeah.
had like this, I was getting kind of like deformed.
I will work with this and my hot gun. I want to try your method with a bit of hot air. Wow. Yes.
Well, it's starting to look like a little bit. Okay, no, I'm gonna use a little bit of hot air and try to fix up some things because I'm a perfectionist, so hardly happy.
I understand.
This is the time where my cat. Do you want to see where he has been spying on me? So he just saw that I put this thing out, and he is. See how he's moving his head? He's like, "Oh my god, why is that out again?" He's
No,
leaving now.
he quit.
He quit. He like, okay, if she's gonna use that thing again, out of here. Poor baby.
The devil tools.
I'm sorry, sweet. So scared. Like, I mean, I used it. He's like looking at it so intensely.
No,
Yeah, he's like, no, I'm not
not
having
anymore.
it. No, actually, he's getting closer. Why is he getting closer, though? I think he's gonna. Yeah, he's kind of inspecting everything, and I have to go and find the piece that I left out of the box.
Yeah.
Give me 1 second.
Okay. I put myself in mute for a moment. Voila. No. Voila.
Yeah, he's already out of here.
Wow. È ancora più grasso.
Okay. Already fixed what I wanted to fix.
Okay. Now it's super fat.
Happens.
Yeah, but I like it. I really like it. So, okay. Oh, Miss Shama. Okay.
Poor cat.
Alright.
Oh. Okay. Yeah. I have to stop. I can touch and touch again, touch again, touch again. No.
Yeah, that's why I
Finish.
do that stuff as well.
Yeah. Allora,
Yep.
okay, so we have done for today, and I like so much. Yours. I love how is round your hole.
Yeah, hers is like round and perfect. Mine is like
No,
very flat.
it's cool.
Not that perfect, but I think only I can see because it's very close.
Oh,
Yeah. I'm super happy. It's really nice. It was really
Yeah, yours
Okay.
looks really good.
I
Yeah.
am really happy to hear that. So,
The only thing I'm unhappy with is I think I glued my beak too far in, so I think maybe my beak not far enough out because I put it quite high.
yeah.
But that's fine.
I feel the same way, but I'm cool with it. It'll be fine.
good.
A tiny
For the
bit.
next one, the change.
Yeah.
Well,
Okay, now, if you want Dremel it or sand it, you can do it when you prefer from now to the next section. If you send some pieces, I suggest you to put a fast heat with hot air, with the hot gun, because the hot air melt a bit the foam and take off all the fur and the dust from the surface and make all the sanded parts more smoother than before. So it's a trick that it's used with foam. Give a really fast passage with hot gun, like stop. Then you have to use plastic dip. Use it in a balcony with a change of air. You have to wait 30 minutes from one layer and the other, and follow carefully the instruction on the back. You I think that on your can there are instructions. I suggest you to put your can in hot water, not too hot, medium hot. You have to be able to put your hand without problem in this kind of water, just to be clear, to be understandable. Let your can in this not too hot water for 10 minutes, then take it off, shake it for 1 minute and use it. Remember to cover also the edge, the profile, and less or more 1 centimeter of the back. This will prevent the gum from rip off with the use. The same things, I said the same thing to you, Luisa. You will use vinyl and water, right?
Yeah.
Cover the edge and 1 centimeter at least inside to prevent any damage.
Okay.
Let the plastic dip or the glue dry from one layer and the other. If it is wet, wait. We have not rushed. And I think that 3 layers can be enough. But if you want something more sturdy, put a 4th layer. You have to touch your mask and understand if you like the thickness and the surface that you have under your fingers. I cannot explain you better than 3 or 4 layers, unfortunately. I suggest to not put too much layers. Don't put 6 layers, because if you put too much layer, the surface becomes super smooth, too smooth. And put the first layer of color will be a nightmare, because color will slip off from the gum, okay? The surface have to be smoother, but not totally smooth, because the color needs to hangs as exactly, okay?
Yeah, that
Okay.
makes sense.
Good. I think that it's all. Let me know when you have done with this thing, and I will make another list of appointment. Okay?
Okay.
Good. Next time, dirty clothes, work clothes, because color ruin clothes. Colors, brushes, plates, and all these things. Kitchen paper, gloves, and if you have also one of these brushes that are the super cheap children brushes, or a ruined one. They are hard and are super cheap and really, really ugly, but are perfect for dry brush. Okay.
Oh, okay.
If you have not this kind of brush, is not a problem. You can do the same thing with any kind of brushes. So don't worry. Don't buy extra stuff. It's all okay. And I think that it's all. I thank you so much. Thanks, was
Sarah.
very funny.
Thank you. That was fun.
Okay.
Yeah, it was fun.
Oh,
it was long, but it was fun.
Yeah, it was long. I know.
It was a learning curve with the soldering iron, but I'm happy with it.
Oh,
Me too.
I'm really happy to hear you. Okay. Thank you very much. So we will soon.
Thank you.
Thank you. At the next time. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.